Hello and welcome to TSR Digital TV. Today I, Srishti Suri, want to unravel the truth of the devastating effect of second wave of COVID-19 on India. India has reached the devastating figure of 2 lakh coronavirus deaths, with the pressure on many hospitals showing no sign of abating amid a surging second wave. The real number of fatalities is thought to be far greater, with many not even being officially recorded. Oxygen supplies remain critically low across the country, with the black market the only option for some people. Crematoriums are operating non-stop with makeshift pyres in car parks. There have been at least 3 lakh new infections every day in the past week, with more than 3,60,000 new cases in the past 24 hours on Wednesday. Overall, more than 17.9 million cases have been registered. India's deadly COVID-19 second wave has devastated big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Lucknow and Pune. Hospitals and crematoriums have run out of space, and funerals are being taken place in car parks. But the pandemic has now firmly gripped many smaller cities, towns and villages where the devastation is largely underreported. A case of Rajesh Soni has been heart-wrenching to even listen to. He spent 8 hours taking his father from one hospital to another in Kota district in the northern state of Rajasthan on Tuesday. He couldn't get an ambulance and the rickety vehicle was his only option. At 5 p.m. he decided to end his search for a hospital bed as his father's condition was deteriorating. He then left everything to fate and came home. I am giving him medicines at home, but I am not sure that he will survive. We have been left to die on the streets, Rajesh said. He says several private hospitals even conned him and took money to do tests, only to tell him later to take his father away as there were no beds. India has seen more COVID cases in the past 7 days than any other country as it battles its second wave. Hospitals have been overwhelmed with relatives begging for beds and oxygen for loved ones. Now crematoriums are also running out of space. One man who lost his wife and unborn child on the same day says it felt like his heart had been ripped out. Rajeshwari Devi, who is 58, died on Sunday after waiting for 2 days to get uninterrupted oxygen, an ambulance and a bed in a COVID-19 hospital. She kept waiting and gasping, but it was too late by the time help arrived. She was taken to a hospital emergency room on 16 April after her oxygen saturation level dropped. Her CT scan showed that she had developed severe pneumonia, but without her COVID report, the hospital refused to admit her. She spent around 36 hours in the emergency room on oxygen support in the northern Indian district. The staff there told her family they were running out of oxygen and she needed to be moved to a bigger hospital, but there was no ambulance or any promise of a bed. The desperate family took her in their car to a hospital where a bed had become available after the intervention of a politician. She had no oxygen support in the car. She died minutes before she could be admitted to hospital. Ashish Agrahari, her son, says his mother would have had a chance at survival if treatment was given in time. Heartbreaking stories such as this are coming in from across India as the second COVID wave wreaks havoc. But the country's healthcare system is crumbling amid the surge in cases. Doctors say it's hard for them to see the light at the end of the tunnel this time. Many Indian cities are reporting a chronic shortage of hospital beds. It's also evident in the desperate cries for help on social media platforms. Disturbing reports of people dying without getting timely treatment are coming from all over the country. Several state governments say they are creating new facilities, but experts say it's going to be hard to keep up with the case of the rising number of infections. We didn't learn any lesson from the first wave. We had reports of some cities running out of beds even in the first wave, and that should have been a good enough reason to be prepared for the second wave. Thank you and stay connected with TSR Digital TV for more news updates.
TSR की कोई भी अपडेट मिस ना करें, हमारे फेसबुक पेज को आज ही लाइक और फॉलो करें।
TSR Digital TV, opinion to impact.